Everyone, how you doing? How you been? And welcome to another episode of the weekly download. How have you been? This has been a really great week for me, and today we're going to be talking about a really cool subject, which is basically advice for a videography career and how to have a very successful videographer career with these three essential tips. So if you're a videographer and you want to make video production your full-time career and eventually make a business out of it, this video is for you. And this is from years of experience for myself being a freelancer videographer, as well as a filmmaker who went to UC Santa Barbara, graduated with a film degree. I worked in Hollywood as a literary manager. I've been through the film festival route. I had short films and film festivals. I've had a successful YouTube channel, and I've worked with brands like Spotify, Colgate, HBO, and Sony to create video content. So I really want to give you all of my advice to you as a videographer to let you know what you need to do in order for you to really excel your videography career and build a videography business. Now, the first thing you really need to do is master the fundamentals of filmmaking. Now, the reason why I say filmmaking is because as a videographer, you're probably going to be doing everything from capturing the video. You're going to be the camera operator and the DP and the director and the producer and the sound recordist and sound mixer and maybe even the PA, crafts and services person, and a whole bunch of other tasks. At the same time, you're going to have to be the writer to come up with the idea, as well as the line producer to produce the whole production. And then in post, you're going to have to edit. You have to sound mix, sound design, color correct, color grade, and then finish the video. And a lot of this can seem daunting, but for you as a videographer, you feel like it's easy peasy. You've done this before, and you want to do this and make this your career. And to make this your career, you got to know the fundamentals of each one of those departments, because if you're doing everything, you have to know at least something about sound recording and color grading and videography or cinematography, as well as producing and directing so you can create amazing videos. So you really need to start studying and learning about filmmaking more and more. And I know as a lot of people out there are filmmakers, or you went to film school, you have a film degree, and you just want to become a writer and director, and videography is just a means to an end. So for you, looking at videography can just be another way for you to learn the camera department. As a writer and director, you're able to see what the DP and the camera op and the camera department would need in order for you to get the shot that you want. And so when you do start learning about other departments as a videographer and as a creator, you start learning the different aspects of those skill sets that will allow you to talk to that department in the future. So know about cinematography. You know, what are the type of shots, the lenses, and the lighting you need to get the motion or the frames that you want to get your story across? What are the ways of recording sound that you can do as you are handling the camera? Do you need a lavalier microphone, a wireless one, a wired one? Do you need a shotgun mic attached to an external sound record? How are you going to adjust the levels on the fly? Same thing comes with wardrobe and art direction, right? You should know about how can you make your subject, the person you're interviewing, look good on camera. Okay. Also figure out art direction. Don't have your set in front of a trash can or in a bathroom or in a very messy office. Find ways to find a branded, props around the office or in the location and make something that looks intentional with your set. And all of this comes down to, again, filmmaking, right? Like really understanding filmmaking, also just videography in general. So study, always learn. I had this problem when I was a videographer, and I still have this problem sometimes where I feel like I know everything. I know everything about three-point lighting. I know everything about producing. I know everything about directing. I know everything about editing. And then you start becoming stuck in your own ways, and you get lost in the shuffle with new types of technology out there, like scene detection and editing, or new cameras that are incredible in low light and they're shooting 10-bit internally, or producing new programs out there like Studio Binder or Asana and Notion that can help you project manage. And all of this is really useful as you grow in your videography career. And as you grow, like I said, you are going to start delegating the camera department or the art department or producing or editing and post-production, and it'll be good for you to know the language to speak to those departments. So again, first tip, continue to learn the fundamentals and also the new developments in filmmaking and video production and videography. Now, the second tip is that you really need to have a digital presence and an online presence to showcase your reel, your portfolio, and your testimonials and your bio on who you are. People will hire you because they trust you, they believe in your work and like your work, and they think that your product or your skills and your type of videos will help them solve their problems, okay? And so having an online presence these days is very, very, very important because everyone's on their phone, everyone's on the internet. It's 2023, everyone's connected online. So have a website. Okay, there's a lot of different types of website builders out there, from Wix to Squarespace to WordPress. I use Squarespace. It's just a little bit more elegant to me compared to Wix, although WordPress has some great themes right now, and that's more of a one-time fee. You can hire a developer, but that's a whole other conversation to have. But have an online presence. The first thing to do is have a website, and also get your domain, your name. All right. Stake your claim in the digital world and own your land, and that's your name. Okay. So yourname.com. All right. Or get yourname.com and then your company's name.com. That way you have a domain that people can go to when it comes to searching you online. And at the same time for SEO, right? For search engine optimization. When they type in your name, you want the first page that comes up to be your website. You don't want other websites or other people to dictate what the world sees about you, all right? Dictate what the world is going to learn about you by creating your own website and really enhancing your online presence. So on your website, you should have your about, who you are, what are your credentials, what have you done, who have you worked with, and also your mission and vision with the company and how you help customers and why you do it, right? People want to believe in you and also see that they can trust you. Same time, you need your portfolio. And this is the most important part with your videography career. You need your portfolio online. You can't have DVDs anymore, okay? You can't just say, just Google me or go to my YouTube channel. You need one place that everyone can go to see your portfolio. Now, some people can just rely on just Instagram because they built that following. But if you're going to be talking to companies like people in the corporation world, like who have manufacturing companies or global conglomerates, or talking to mom and pop shops, sometimes they're not going to be on Instagram. So you need a place for them to go to in order for them to see the type of content that you can create for them, your reel and your portfolio, so they can trust that you have the skill set to help them. Okay. So on the website, you have your reel, you have your portfolio. Have a reel as kind of like a way to tease people onto the type of things you've created, like your highlights of your videos. But you also need a portfolio so people can see the full range or your full video spots so that they can see that you can actually complete a video. I've told people, don't rely on a reel to hire a videographer because you need to see a full spot. Can they tell a story? Can they create a visual, ad for you in a compelling way to promote sales? Can they create a video for your business and your vertical? Like they can have a pretty reel, but they might not know how to create an explainer video. So all of this is really important when it's on your website. You really make sure that you have your portfolio, your reel, your about you. At the same time, if you can, have testimonials. It's all about social proof when it comes to people buying products and services. So if you can get a testimonial from your past clients, or what you can do for free, another advice for videographers out there who are just starting out, work for people for free in the industry that you want to work in. So if you want to be in fashion, go find someone in the fashion space, either from friends and family. Go on Instagram, find a small brand, offer to do their work, their lookbook for free, or a fashion, lifestyle video for free. And then from there, you build your portfolio in that industry, and then you can start pitching to other brands and start charging $500 here, $1,000 here, $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, up to $100,000. Okay, I'm hoping that for you. And at the same time, when you do, create a website and you have testimonials and all that, you need a contact form. All right, this is something that sometimes people forget. Okay, I know this because sometimes I have to hire vendors. I'll go on their website or look around online and I can't find a proper email or a phone number. Okay, have your email and your phone number present on your website, not in your social media, but somewhere online so people can contact you when they want to hire you. All right. And so those are really, the main things you need in a website. And of course, social media. If you're a videographer, you're probably young out there, or if you're changing careers, you know that social media is the best way for you to have free online marketing that can access billions of people around the world. Okay, so have a YouTube channel, have a Vimeo, have a Instagram, have a Facebook, and have a LinkedIn. All right, those are like the main things you have. I don't see anyone really getting work from Twitter, but have a Twitter anyway if you like Twitter. And same thing with Pinterest. You can have a Pinterest site as well. But those sites are really going to be helpful for you to get customers from those different communities. Each platform, each social media platform has its own community and its own audience. And sometimes people don't, cross over to other platforms. Like sometimes people on Snapchat aren't going to be on YouTube and vice versa. Okay, so what you want to do is first learn where your target audience is going to be that will be watching the content that will influence them to hire you. So if it's for B2B sales or corporate videos, you go on LinkedIn. If it's for creating cool music videos, it's going to be probably Instagram or maybe even YouTube or somewhere online. So I think the best thing for you to do is really do some studying on your target audience to know which platforms will be the ones that they're going to be consuming the most content. At the end of the day, it's really just having an Instagram, YouTube, Vimeo, Facebook, LinkedIn, all right? And a TikTok, and then if you want to, Pinterest and Twitter. And then maybe Lemonade, but those are the main ones you want to do. And then just have a presence there. So you don't have to always post content. At least have your name or your company name or some sort of consistent handle. It's very important. You want a consistent handle that someone can find on each one of the social media platforms, so that if they type it in on TikTok and they decide to go on Snapchat, they can find you, or they can find your website, or they can find your Instagram. Okay, so I think that when it comes to people using custom names, and there's too many custom names on YouTube, a custom name on Instagram, custom name on TikTok, it gets confusing. So really stake your claim when it comes to buying land or real estate online digitally by having a consistent name on these platforms. And make it consistent, the best way to do it is just your name. Okay, have your name on every single handle. If you can't find, if it's taken on a certain platform, find something else that you can do, like your name official. Or whatnot. All right. So have your social media presence, have your contact information on social media, whether it's going to be in your bio or you can point people towards your website. That way you can always capture people on whatever platform you're on. Have your reel, some of your portfolio in each one of those platforms. Add your CTA or your website and maybe your contact info. So at least if somebody's online on each one of those social media platforms and they find your content, they know how to contact you. All right. Third and final tip for building a videography business and being a full-time videographer, to have a videographer career, you have to really learn how to sell. And at the same time, you got to learn marketing. This is very important because as a creative, you tend to be an introvert, or you tend to be someone who would rather just focus on the art rather than on the business. But if you want to have a videographer career, you're going to need customers. And if you want to have customers, you have to learn sales. And sometimes sales comes from marketing. All right. So learn marketing and sales. Again, what does your target audience want when it comes to video content, so that if they watch your content, they're going to be inspired to hire you? When you are a creative, if you don't ship it, what are you creating content for? If you want this videographer career, if you just want to make videography for yourself, start a YouTube channel and Instagram and just film you, do whatever you want, travel videos or whatnot. But eventually your boss is going to be your fans. It's going to be your subscribers. It's going to be your followers. So you have to find out what they're going to want to watch. And that comes down to marketing. Okay. So what is the type of content that's going to attract your target audience? A really great way to do this is to create a buyer persona. Think about a male and female avatar or imaginary people that would be your target audience or your ideal customer. Someone that's, a 35-year-old CMO or marketing director or VP of marketing at a tech and SaaS company that's 50 to 100 employees, that likes to go on Reddit every single day to, really find information on how to build a SaaS product. They majored in, computer science. They went to MIT. They live in California. They're from Boston, and they love playing Dungeons and Dragons. You can get really deep with it, because knowing that, now you know what type of content you can put out there to attract them to your company and to your videography business. Okay. Now that might be a little too much for a lot of people out there when it comes to videography for like weddings, but even for weddings, right? You want to create content that people would want to watch in order for them to hire you. So that's marketing. You want to have a landing page that says, if you want wedding videos, this is these are usually what you would want. This is what we provide. Here's an example of my work. Okay. Same thing. You can also have educational videos for people out there who have a wedding. You can give tips and tricks on how to shoot the best photos, how to shoot the best video, whatever it is going to help you get more traction and traffic and industry leadership and thought leadership out there, so people can trust you as a videographer and as a professional. And as you start marketing, you start getting sales. You have to learn sales. And then sales, again, there's a lot of books out there about sales, okay? And honestly, what I've learned reading a lot of books, being part of masterminds, doing my own sales. People buy from people who they like and trust. All right. You can have the most talented, you can be the most talented videographer out there with the dopest reel and the most amazing portfolio. But if you're an asshole or you're just kind of shady or you're not communicative, someone else is going to take your role. Someone who has decent fundamentals. Like I said, they know the fundamentals of filmmaking. They have a great portfolio and, great online presence and great websites. And they are communicative to their clients. They explain everything. They're friendly. They're thoughtful. They're insightful. They give advice. And they're just a pleasure to work with. That person is going to get the job. So when sales comes in, don't act like a diva and think that everything that you say has to stick. Learn about your customer. Learn about what they truly want when it comes to videos. Learn about their pain points. What truly are the challenges that they're facing as a bride and groom or a wedding planner who's trying to plan a wedding, or as a fashion designer who's trying to build a fashion brand. What's their pain points? Okay. And then what can you solve with your video content? So when you have that opportunity, when they saw your marketing online, your educational content or your videos and your portfolio or in your testimonials, and they realize, I want to hire this person, they call you, you kind of know what their pain points are. Or if you're having a call or a conversation or a meeting, ask questions. It's so much better to ask questions, more questions than you talking. That way, you're going to have the person, your prospect, talk more about themselves. They're going to feel better about themselves. They're going to know that you are actually trying to learn more about them. You're going to be more knowledgeable about their challenges and their goals and what their needs are and their desires are. So you can really craft a pitch or craft a budget or a proposal or a video package that helps them solve their problems. All right. That's the best way to put all sales in a really quick bundle. You have to gain trust. You have to also, make sure that they like you as a person and want to work with you, and that your product can solve their problems. All right. This is Jordan Belfort, Wolf of Wall Street, straight line selling. They have to trust you. They have to trust your company. And they have to trust your product. All right. The pedigree of you and the pedigree of your company, who you work with, they want to trust you. Are you trustworthy? They want to trust your product. Is your product good enough to solve their problems? All right. Super simple way to kind of approach sales. And so those are the three things that you should know and you should work on in order for you to have a full-time videography career and be a videographer for the rest of your life. It's so much fun. It's amazing. It's my job. I love it. I hire other videographers now, and I'm able to create videos that I'm passionate about to help companies grow. And again, this is a great way for you to build a whole career around what you love, but you also have to make sure that this is what you love. All right. It always comes back to learning the fundamentals of filmmaking. Know the fundamentals of filmmaking, because if you start to hate being a camera op or being a producer, delegate that so you don't start hating your job. All right. This is just bonus advice. So don't get to a point where you start hating your company or your career because you're doing things you don't love. And that can be anything from editing to producing to camera department to even just writing the script. Delegate that. All right. Down the line, bonus tip, delegate. Find your team, build your team. As a videographer, at first, you're doing everything by yourself, but find a producer to help you produce. Find an editor to help you edit. Find a camera op to help you shoot. Find a writer to help you write. And then eventually you can grow your team. Okay. And that's a really great way for you to scale your business, bring in other clients, take on more projects, have more people to collaborate with you. So your vision is just not yours and yours alone. You get to have different types of creative minds collaborate with you and also contribute to the creative conversation and to the vision. And that's the best way for you to really grow as a videographer, is to start building your crew and start delegating. All right. So hopefully this was helpful. Again, this is the weekly download. My name is Mitchel Dumlao, and every single week I post something here on YouTube, Facebook, and all around the world through social media. This is marketing to help you grow your videography career and your video business. And if you like this video, please like, comment, and share this with anyone you think will find this helpful. And if you have any questions, please email me at mitchel@videocontentschool.com or leave a comment below. And if you want me to talk about anything else, please feel free to email me or leave a comment. Thank you so much for watching,